Hello, I'm Councillor Robin Popley and I represent Shepshed East Ward, and I'm also the Disabilities Champion for Charnwood.
Hello, I'm Councillor Ted Parton. I represent Loughborough Southfields Ward at Charnwood Borough Council, and today I'm here to talk about mental health issues as part of Mental Health Week.
Mental Health Awareness Week this year focuses on the theme of nature. That's why we're in the Outwoods taking this video today. Perfect spot to discuss such an important topic.
My mental health issues began in my mid-20s when I started to realise I had OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. After a period of remission, it came back in my late 20s much more severely.
So my first awareness of mental health came around when I was about 9 years old. It was 10 days before my 10th birthday, so I can't forget that. And that was the day my grandfather died. And it's the day I really came across loss for the first time. I had lost people previously, but loss that I can recount, that was it. Ever since then, I've never been very good with loss. Breakdowns in relationships, breakdowns in friendships, unexpected change in my life. It's resulted in an ever-ending cycle of negativity.
I had been in 2 psychiatric units, once in 2001 and again in 2003, and had much outpatient daycare. To this day, I still take medication. The lowest point was in August 2003, where basically I had 2 options. 1, to end my life, or 2, to start the long and very hard journey to some form of recovery. I couldn't have got any lower.
I get withdrawn. Very often I get withdrawn, and when I go into my shell, I can be a totally different person to the point where I don't even really know who I am anymore. I can go around for days just feeling very emotionally sad, and no matter what anyone tries to say to me or tries to reach out to me, I become reclusive. Career-wise, yes, it's affected me, and with relationships, as I say, with girlfriends, with friends, with you know, all these sorts of things. It's put me in a really bad place, unfortunately, a few times, to the point where often I just want to give up. Not to the ultimate price, but yes, want to give up, which is extremely sad to say, but it's the truth.
That's the best advice I can give to anybody. Seek to help others, find responsibility, stay physically active, and you will conquer nearly all of your mental health problems.
If you're struggling with your mental health, the one thing I would recommend is don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be shy. Don't try and hide away. Talk to a friend. Talk to a family member. Talk to a doctor, another health professional, a colleague. Even ring Samaritans if it helps, if you like the anonymous nature of that service. But don't try and bottle it all away, because that is the worst thing you can possibly do.
It's an interesting point how times have changed from the days of being hospitalised in 2001 and 2003. Back then, if I was applying for a job, a recruiter would say to me, don't whatever you do, put on the form that you've been in a psychiatric unit, you'll never work again. And nowadays, there's still that fear. But being able to talk about mental health nowadays in such an open way, I think is helping an awful lot of people to combat their mental health problems or the more severe symptoms. So thankfully in 2021, the culture is a lot better, but there is still a long way to go.